Hey there, my Ashwings. It's such a pleasure to have you all here today. And I wanted to do a little channel update. I'm going to be working a little bit on some channel trailers and some more like behind the scenes, making sure I have stuff shouting out for my channel members and for making sure I have like good intros and some other things I'm planning to actually get into in regards to my content here. But more importantly, I did a poll recently. If you didn't see it, I had it up on our channel there. And in that poll, I had kind of talked a little bit about what you guys would like to see in the future of the Ashen Wings TCG space. And I do know that while Commoner is something that I do focus a lot on, I do think a lot more of what I'm going to be moving towards is talking about the like top 3 decks in the Commoner meta. And then, of course, moving into Project Blue. That does unfortunately mean that, at least as of the time of this recording, and just due to the timing in which I started the series, I'm probably going to be putting a hold on that Commoner A to Z series for right now. Just because while I enjoyed getting games in for it and everything there, I feel like this would have been more fun if I decided to do something like that in person. And currently, I just don't have the means to be able to go ahead and have a whole setup at some place for me to go ahead and record a whole bunch of things. It's, you know, low budget as it can be here on the Ashen Wings TCG channel. But I did want to go ahead and go over that, that poll. Obviously, a lot of you had about 90 votes had spoken up, so I appreciate that. It's good to know that 90 people even saw what I had written there. But more importantly, I wanted to know whether or not you wanted to see more CC content, or you wanted to see more Project Blue content, or maybe you just didn't care what I ended up making and it was fine with you for any reason. And with that being the case, it looks like most people voted that they don't care what I make. They're just happy that I'm creating in this space, and I'm genuinely overjoyed by seeing the results in that matter. It really does mean a lot to me that y'all are just here to watch me, take on my opinions or have discussions with me in the comment sections. I love chatting with all of you in regards to Flesh and Blood. I could literally talk about this for like days in a row, right? And so with that being said, I do obviously want to continue pushing towards things that I do want to like, or that I do like, I should say. But we are still going to be putting quite a focus on the budget content. So currently in my day-to-day life, effectively, I am working on things for budget content, and I am also working and playing Classic Constructed. So I would like to think that in that situation, I kind of want to spread it into a world in which I do. Again, I seem to have this schedule that I continue to try and adhere myself to. And it just doesn't happen half the time. But more importantly, what I want to do is I want to still try to get at least 3 to 4 videos out to y'all a week. With my busy work schedule, at least currently with these next couple of weeks, I am a little busy, but I'm going to at least try and get a few videos out to people. What I wanted to do is I wanted to at least get a CC video out, talking a little bit about my journey through CC, what I'm playing, and how I hope to grow in the Classic Constructed format. Then, of course, I do have things for Project Blue. I may even get 2 Project Blue videos out a week in just me trying out some new heroes, trying out some new ways to play heroes, and then playing into either playing into some locals or playing into Talishar Q. Just kind of seeing what that's all about and how that comes down. So always excited to see that there, because I do really think that Project Blue, for what it's worth, as much again talking about like my love for budget formats, I do really like both Commoner and Project Blue. But I do know that deep down in my soul, as somebody who had played Clash for a really long time, I haven't played Clash in a little while, but I am still on the committee. I liked Clash for that exact reason, in which it felt like you were able to build a hero better. The deck building strategies were better in Project Blue, and more specifically in Clash. And so with that being the case, I wanted to put a lot more focus into that, because it is the reason I got on the committee in the first place for Clash, was because I did really enjoy the concept of this format and how I could see it grow as the premier budget format in Flesh and Blood. And so I think that's really what most of my content's going to be. If I do end up, if something happens in regards to a change in commoner meta, I obviously can go ahead and take a peek into that, because I do still care about the commoner meta. I still have Ira and Oldham and Dory built for if I ever want to go to a commoner gold foil event at locals, or at organized play events, of notably which I'm not going to have a lot of. I think the only one I'm going to for the rest of this year is actually Worlds. So notably, I will be at the World Championship in Philadelphia this year. So if you do want to come say hi and you happen to be going to Worlds, I'd be more than happy to chit chat with y'all and maybe grab a bite to eat, or maybe just sit at a table and jam a game. I'm down for whatever. So I'm just happy to be a part of this wonderful community and continue to provide that value to everybody else. I know, not to get too off topic, but I know a lot of you had really nice things to say to me when I met y'all at Nats, and that was just really, really cool. I really enjoyed a lot of that, and I want to continue to bring that kind of love and joy and passion into Flesh and Blood through budget formats. But I also do want to talk about what I'm doing in my day-to-day, right? Every now and again, you'll see I'm trying to play, an LL deck, or I'm trying to play a CC deck, and it's because I do play those pretty frequently now. I play CC pretty much every week, but my local armory that I go to is actually switching every other week to be LL. So I'm going to be doing more LL stuff there. I may even do some more armory recaps and things like that on the channel. That way we can kind of talk about my wins and losses for the week. But regardless, I'm just happy to continue making content for everybody. It truly is. It's amazing that so many people have gotten into the game because of me. They've wanted to try these budget formats because of me, and I want to continue to push that as a genuine way to play Flesh and Blood. And you can ignore that entire aspect of, oh, it's going to cost you $1,000 to play Flesh and Blood. It's not. It doesn't cost you that much to play Flesh and Blood. You can play Flesh and Blood locally at a pretty cheap level, about 10 to 20 bucks. And then if you really wanted to play like Classic Constructed, you can do Classic Constructed for, $40 to $50 for an armory deck and play against your buddy, right? But this is not a video about people's gripes about the price of Flesh and Blood. This is a video of a channel update. And so effectively, I just wanted to give that information to you, let y'all know that I'm going to continue making budget form content for people. That way people can get into the game at a very easy rate. I'll even put up deck lists of, Project Blue decks I'm trying out, and then also go into a little bit of even ways to, upgrade your CC deck for a budget, and then upgrade even into an LL deck for a budget. The good part about Living Legend is that, believe it or not, with the heroes hitting Living Legend, their cards are pretty inexpensive, so it's pretty easy to build a Living Legend deck for fairly cheap, depending on who you're playing. So always a great time to check that out too. So I do want to kind of tap into a little bit of everything here, but a lot of what I'm doing on a regular basis is Project Blue, Living Legend, and Classic Constructed. Those are the three that I'm putting a lot of focus in as far as formats go. Now, outside of the general play style stuff, I do want to do more in regards to the narratives. I know I did release the Edge of Autumn narration that I did on the channel. If you haven't seen that, I'll leave a link to it somewhere up that way. And feel free to go check it out. I've often been told that my voice is a voice that people often like to listen to. I don't know whether or not it's the octave or the slight graininess to the voice or whatever it might be. But I really enjoy the lore of Flesh and Blood, and so I find this to be a great way for me to go about playing around with learning that lore, kind of keeping it to memory, and also providing a good viewing experience for you if you're ever interested in any of the lore. So I do hope to have those out. Those may take a little bit longer, depending. I'd like to theoretically at some point get like specific art for for viewing, but I know it's more so for the narration aspect and not so much for the watching aspect. So it's more of a put it on when you're on the way to the office kind of deal, as opposed to a let's watch this video with our eyes for a long period of time. So we'll see how that turns out, but at least at the end of the day, I'm happy that people were enjoying that content for what it's worth, and I do have another one currently recorded. I just need to go about changing the, editing it and getting all the noises set up and everything, and then trying to get a nice little background for the like a background fireplace thunder music for the video, so that way it's got a little bit of ambiance to it. But notably, if you're all the way this far into the video of 11 minutes and you watched that video, let me know if you enjoyed it with the music or if you'd prefer that there was no music. I'd love to try both because it's very easy to just upload both if you wanted to do that, or if people enjoyed that enough. But I think it's nice with a little bit of fireplace crackling music like I'm reading a book. So we'll see how far that goes. But anyway, we're hoping to get those done at least maybe once every 2 weeks. I'd like to have one of those like narratives completed. So it might be like replacing one of the LL or CC or whatever videos and in lieu of that. Or if I happen to just be on top of my game and I have a bunch of games backlogged or a bunch of stuff backlogged, we're good on that. So super excited to continue to push this to everybody. And of course, if you do have any questions about stuff that I do, or if there's something you might like to see from a budget aspect, whether it be maybe, how to, if it's like accessories, right? If you're looking to like doing reviews for accessories, or if you're trying to determine how to best build all of these decks in the Project Blue format, how would I go about doing that? I'd be more than happy to at least, provide some kind of content. If there's something that you guys would like to see, I'd be more than happy then to, take a quick peek and see exactly what's available to me, and within my budget. So, anywho, though, thank you guys for watching 12, almost 13 minutes of content from me. I know this has just been a lot of yapping, but I did want to give you a little channel update into kind of what we're looking and doing. And then, of course, I want to continue to bring that budget stuff to you. So at least 2 budget videos a week. And then, of course, maybe a CC and or LL video. And then if I can help it, I want to get one of those narrative videos out to you as well. Commoner, I'll talk about Commoner normally if something, again, changes drastically in the format. But the unfortunate part about Commoner is that not a whole lot changes very frequently. And so because not a whole lot changes, it's a little difficult to make a whole stint out of a series of things where instead I could do things like upgrades to armory decks or upgrades to make your deck an LL deck or, Project Blue specific information. So we'll see how that goes. But again, as I said, thank you all so much for being here. You don't have to like today's video, but if you do, that's awesome. And if you enjoy any of the content that I mentioned in this little ramble and you would like to see more of it, feel free to go ahead and subscribe to the channel as well. I'd like to hopefully hit 3,000 subscribers by the end of the year. We're currently at 2,600, almost 2,700. So we're not too far off. So with your help, we can certainly get there. And then if you did want to support the channel in a much bigger way, you can always become a channel member. I'll have the link in the description down below on how to become a channel member, of which I hope to make a trailer for as well. But in that scenario, it's obviously there's several different tiers in which you can become a channel member. And I certainly appreciate any tier you choose to. It helps the channel grow immensely because it allows me to do things like, get props or get a new mic or get a new camera or buy stuff in order for me to do more top-down, top-down gameplay videos. I'd love to provide that to y'all, and I hope to continue to do that as much as I can here, but in due time. But anyway, at that point, just thank you for even thinking about becoming a channel member. It means a lot. So that's it for me today. So I will see all of you wonderful Ashwings in our next video. And don't forget to continue to have fun in the flesh and blood. And we'll see y'all later.